What is going on, guys? This is the first video of my new YouTube channel that's going to be specifically for customizing sneakers. I'm going to be creating one-off pieces of wearable art, and today's video I've got for you is a pair of Jordan 1s that I've done for my friend Sam with an Astroworld theme. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. Sit back, relax, and just watch. So the first step for these Travis Scott customs is to take off the swoosh, take out the laces, and deglaze the shoe so it's ready to paint. I've done it on this shoe already. The way to take off the swoosh is with an X-Acto knife and then pull away the loose threads with either tweezers or nail clippers. Now we've taken off the swoosh and taken out the laces, the next step is to take off the protective coating. For that, I use Angelus Product and Deglazer, but you could also use nail polish remover if you get the one with acetone. And you just take a cotton pad, rub it on every section of the shoe that you intend to paint, and if a little bit of the paint comes off, that's no issue, it's meant to happen. Let's get started. So once you've deglazed the shoe and taken out the laces, removed the swooshes and such, then you want to tape off the midsole and then get started on our painting. I'm going to be using Flat White by Angelus and Duller. You mix the ratio to 10% and probably going to be doing 3 to 4, maybe 5 base coats of white in order to get a surface that we can actually work with and paint on top of. So let's get started. So for the next part in this custom process, we need to tape off the relevant areas so that if there is any overspray, the relevant areas get protected and you want to keep your white areas white, for example. So I've started taping off this one and finished it, and I'm gonna now tape off this one and we'll get into it. So the next stage, once we've taped everything off, is to finally start painting. What you want to do is you want to mix the right colours. So I'm using Angelus leather paints. I'm using a mix of blue, yellow, red, white and black to get the desired colours. And I'm mixing it because I'm painting it through an airbrush with a 50-50 ratio of too thin and 10% duller in order to give it that matte finish, give it more of a factory look. So, I've re-added the swoosh, I've painted in the lyrics, I've put in a little Travis Scott smile there. I've made the shoe Galaxy, I've laced them up with some nice blue laces, I think accent it nicely. And now I'm putting a little Travis silhouette on this side. I wanted to get the dimensions completely correct, so I've traced this image from my phone onto a sheet of paper, and I've used a 3B pencil to then darken the lines, so that once I put it onto the shoe like this, and scribble down, you can see the outline, and now I'll be able to make sure that I get the dimensions perfect. So I've done the first shoe of the Astroworld duo, and now I'm moving on to the World shoe. With that, it's going to be more based around the album artwork. So we're going to have a gradient of dark blue to lighter blues to represent the sky, and then on the inside I'm going to have the album artwork. So to do that gradient, I'm going to use a mix of blue, flat white, duller and too thin to get the desired colours, and I'll be using my airbrush to paint the gradient.
Perfect.
So as you can see, I've blended the gradient here. I've got starting off from dark going into light blue to represent the sky. I started with 3 main colours and then used the middle bar technique. Shout out DeJesus Custom Footwear for that. And it's basically a technique where you mix the 2 colours that you want to blend, and then you do a middle bar between the 2 colours to blend it all in and make it look a bit more seamless. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some clouds, and the way I'm going to do that is a little trick I've learned. And you basically get a piece of paper, you rip it, the more frayed the edge the better, and you just get your white airbrush and you airbrush over it and you put it on the shoe, and when you airbrush it will leave white streaks and it will look like clouds.
Perfect. Perfect.
So as you can see, I've subtly painted on some clouds here, and the next step is to cut out the swoosh. Now I didn't show this on the other shoe, but what I did was I got my friend Sam to print off 2 pictures of a Nike swoosh, and I measured the width, and on his Mac you could see that the width was just under 6 inches wide. So I've cut it out. Well, I'm going to cut it out, and then I'm going to stick it on backwards so that it is to scale a backwards swoosh. I've done that on my other shoe. All I've done is I've taped it down onto this leather that I bought online. Link will be provided in the description below. And I've cut around the swoosh to get the backward swoosh, and then I've glued it on with Gorilla Glue. At this point, I'm applying Angelus matte finisher onto the shoe, and I've mixed it with a little bit of duller, so you take away that sheen and you have a nice matte finish, looking like a factory finish to the shoe.
Sick.
Speaking of shoes,
These are the bad boys. Absolutely quality. Enjoy wearing them. 2 people looked at them on the tube. 2 people.
Sick.
One woman went like that, and I went, walked off. So
and
this is my I've worked out this is my favourite side. Not that I should have favourite sides, but
got you some little goodies. So I've got you some sneaker shields.
never used these before, so
Keep them creaseless. So guys, I think he loved them almost as much as I loved making them, but not quite, because these were such a nice pair to do. So I'm obviously going to be doing more pairs. That's what this channel is for. So if you want to see that, then hit the like button, hit subscribe, and click the bell icon for notifications. One of the new videos I'm going to be releasing is detailing on how I did these. Now, the pictures of these are already on my Instagram, so if you want to go ahead and follow that, then you'll be able to see the pictures of these. You'll be up to date with any giveaway information that I release, and you'll be up to date with every pair of shoes I make. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good day.